They rip off the grill, they drew some dicks, and someone actually kicked my fender and it has a dent. Now, this is a car that I completely forgotten that I even have. So, a bit of backstory about this car. One of my childhood friends came to Australia, and we figured, like he needed a car to get around. He didn't have his license then, so I'm thinking like, what's the most beginner-friendly car? And being a big fan of Mitsubishi, I immediately thought the CE Lancer. So I went and looked around, and I managed to find one of the cheapest CE Lancer that is unregistered. So we bought that. We made sure it's the 1.8, not the 1.5, just because it has a little bit more torque, a little bit more power, just overall like a more fun experience to have. So we got a car on the road, and right around 2019, he actually left the country. So this was my daily driver for like a good 8 months before I bought a 1JZ Toyota Sora Series 3, and that's a story for another day. So ever since I bought that car, this car has been sitting in storage for a long time. And what I mean by storage is it's just a parking complex in the city. So it sat since the start of 2020, just before COVID hit, and I completely forgotten that I even have this car until someone mentioned to me recently, like, hey, like, don't you have that Lancer in storage? I was like, oh yeah, I actually do. So I decided, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't even know if this car was still there. Maybe someone already took it, someone stole it, I have no idea. So I went to have a look, and to my surprise, it's still there. It's covered in dust, and some young punks, they rip off the grill, they drew some dicks on the with the amount of dust that is covered on this car, and someone actually kicked my fender and it has a dent. So that was unfortunate, but it is what it is. It has been there for about 4 years, since the start of 2020. So I decided, I should sort of revive it from the dead and drive it for a bit and see what happens. And until now, I still don't know what should I do with this car. So because it has been set for about 4 years, there are a few things wrong with it. Obviously, the battery is dead. The tires are flat, and maybe like the fuel is bad as well. So these are the few things that I need to at least get this car going. So the first thing I did was I went down to Super Cheap Auto, bought a new battery, and got a jerry can, put some fuel in it, so that way at least we can get this car moving, and also an air compressor, right? I was very doubtful about like the really cheap compressors. I got like the semi decent one, right? At least like it's able to inflate the tires with the battery powered air compressor. So I got that, and I got my family to help me out. So my dad was helping me to clean the windows. Clean the glass. And I got my brother helping me out to film me setting this up, and we got to work right away. And fingers crossed to start this car. Run for a long time. And it's alive. Oh man, like when the engine started, and it had a knocking sound. I was really worried, but the knocking sound sort of like went away after 10 seconds or so. And this car is live. It's going, it's strong, it has power, and man, like this is what a tank. Obviously it drives horribly, so once we are able to get the car moving, the next morning I brought it to a tire shop, got new tires on it. Now after getting new tires, well, like this car drives like a dream. I'm honestly impressed on how this car drives. It just drives so smooth, like compared to my Proton Satria. This is like luxury, you know, like it's very smooth, it's cushy. I love this car. It's just a really nice driving car, right? And you know, after getting the tires, you know, it's all driving smooth, and we went back to give the car a good wash, right? And I give it a wash, clay, and a spray wax. And look how good it looks, right? It looks decent. The bonnet is a bit faded, you know, like there's blemishes here and there, and you know, I give it a good wash, and I detailed the engine bay. Here's before and here's after. Just look at how clean it came up. I was trying really hard to put my hand in it to pop out the dent. Obviously that didn't work, so I guess there's a bit of a dimple on that car. So before we got this on the road, there are a few things that needed to be fixed before going for a roadie. The front windscreen, it has some chips. I don't really want to spend the money getting a new windscreen, so I just got the windscreen touch-up kit, hoping it'll work. And obviously, like it improved, but it didn't really work as well as it advertised. You know, I mean, surprise, surprise. Like it's not a magic fix. And I needed a new front grille, and a new front grille. I called up several wreckers. They didn't have it, and there are some for sale on eBay, but they are $300 for the front grille. $300. You know, just to put it into context, an aftermarket honeycomb grill for an S3 is $300. A grill for this shitbox is $300, right? It doesn't make sense. I don't want to spend $300 getting a front grill. I mean, call me tight ass, but it's just not worth. You know, like this car is worth $1,000. That's the most like what it's worth. So I decided to head to the wreckers, and I got a pre-facelift front bar. I believe it's either the CE1 or CE2. The Series 3 has this ugly like front bars that I'm not really a fan of. I prefer the shark looking front bar. So I went to the wreckers and I bought and I found a racking Lancer that has the exact same color as this car. So I just ripped the front bar out of that car and I installed the front bar. And now it's looking a lot better, right? Obviously, there's still quite a bit of work to be done to get this car on the road. We still need to replace like the shocks. We still need to do some of bits and pieces. I don't even know if this car is leaking oil. So these are the few things that needed to be fixed before I'm getting a roadie. And here's where I'm stuck, and I really need your help, right? I don't really know what to do with this car. Should I, number one, get it on the road, and so that way it becomes a communal car? Everyone, you know, around me, they can drive it. If they need a car, they can take this. Or, you know, should I sell it, you know, get it on the road and sell it? Because, you know, I don't really need another car at this point. Or should I turn it into a track car, do a cool engine swap, and bring it into a track, film some videos, and have a ton of fun with it. Right, so now what should I do with this car? Just let me know in the comments, and I will see what I will do with this car. All right, so for now, I will, while I wait for the comments, I'm just gonna think about what I'm gonna do with this car. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll really appreciate if you can show us your support by liking this video, subscribing, hitting the bell, or maybe share it with your friends, because it will really help out to grow this channel. Right. Now, with that being said, right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.